I am Rajesh, Assistant Professor, Department of EEE, Vigyan Sunila Institute of Technology and Science for Women. In this lecture, I am going to explain about the transient analysis. So, which is the unit 2 of electrical circuit analysis 2. So, let us go through this syllabus. So, here we need to see the transient analysis of RL circuit when it is excited by DC supply using both differential equations and Laplace transform approach, and later followed by transient analysis of RC circuit with DC supply using both approaches again, and transient analysis of RLC circuit with DC supply using both approaches again. Both approaches means differential equation approach and Laplace transform approach, and the transient response of RL circuit with AC supply, transient response of RC circuit with AC supply, transient response of RLC circuit with AC supply. So these topics gives the exact concept for theoretical analysis. By using this, we can solve any type of problem in the transients. So now, first, what is a transient? Why transient occurs? Where transient occurs? So these are the important things what we know to know. So what is a transient analysis means? Transient analysis means the study of behavior of a circuit when it is subjected to a change or disturbance is called transient analysis. If a circuit is there, supply is connected, some element is connected. If suddenly a disturbance occurs in the circuit, it means disturbance means of, suppose if a switch is there in the circuit, suddenly if you open the switch or if you close the switch, sudden change will occur so that the current or voltage in the circuits will be changed. So this change of behavior is called the transient analysis. So the study of behavior of circuit when subjected to a change. Change means here if you take a switch, the opening or closing of switch is called the disturbance created in the circuit. So now studying the behavior of this current and voltage in the circuit during the disturbance is said to be the transient analysis. Now examples means transient behavior of a student when transition takes place from one class to other. Suddenly, as the environment is being changed, the behavior of the student will be changing. So that changing behavior from one position to other position is said to be transient behavior. Now the ceiling fan, if you suddenly switch on the fan, initially it is under rest position. Now suddenly it starts rotating. Now that is said to be transient behavior of that fan. Now why do they occur? Why do they occur means the transients in the system occur because of presence of energy storage elements like inductor and capacitor. This is the main reason for occurrence of transients in the circuits, electrical circuits. Energy storage elements. Inductor stores energy in the form of electromagnetic field. Capacitor stores energy in the form of electrostatic field. Because of these energy storage elements, the transients occurs in the circuits. So the properties of these elements are that inductor does not allow any sudden change in current and capacitor does not allow any sudden changes in voltage. Because of this behavior of inductor and capacitor, the transients will be occurring in the circuits. See energy storage elements. Inductor, the property of inductor is it opposes sudden changes in currents, and capacitor which opposes sudden changes in voltage. These are the two main reasons behind transients. So why do inductor oppose sudden increase in current? See, when we try to increase the current in inductor suddenly, that means di by dt becomes, current flowing through inductor changes instantaneously, then di by dt becomes infinity. Within a zero time, if current is changing, di by dt becomes zero. That creates infinity voltage across inductor, so which requires infinity amount of power. So in order to counteract this action, inductor acts like open circuit, and open circuit means it doesn't allow any sudden change in current. If you see, why do capacitor oppose sudden changes in voltage means, if suddenly when we try to increase the voltage in the inductor suddenly, see there it is capacitor. So the voltage across capacitor formula is V equals to C into dV by dt. So current flowing through capacitor is I equals to C into dV by dt. If this voltage is changing suddenly, that means within a zero time of dt, if this voltage is changing, dV by dt becomes, then this current becomes infinity. So but practically which is not feasible. That is why in order to counteract this action, the capacitor acts like short circuit. Capacitor acts like short circuit means it doesn't allow any sudden changes in voltage. Now The condition prevailing in an electric circuit between two steady state conditions is known as the transient. So the change from one steady state value to new steady state value is said to be transient. In general, the transient phenomenon occur whenever, so the reasons behind this transient are a circuit suddenly connected or disconnected from the supply. I told you already, if the switch is connected, switch may disconnect the supply or switch may connect the supply to the circuit. Means sudden connection or disconnection of supply to the circuit creates transients, and there is sudden change in the applied voltage from one finite value to another. Suddenly supply voltage is being changed, the behavior in the response of currents and voltages in the circuits may vary. Those are said to be transients. And sudden short circuit may also create a transient. So these are the reasons behind the transients. So why do we apply this study? So this analysis of transient will be applied in design elements of control systems, and to perform fault analysis in the power system networks, and to design protection equipment. And to design power protection equipment means suddenly during the lightning strokes, suddenly during this transient voltages, how much amount of voltage is occurring, how much amount of current is severely causing damage. So all these in all these analysis, transient analysis, we need to use this study of transients, design of oscillators, and to compute DC operating point in the electrical systems. Now the basic terminology here, what we know to do is, what we need to know is transient response. What is transient response? What is steady state analysis and steady state response, time constant, and initial and final values. So see here, what do you mean by this? So initial value means, see there, the t equals to 0 instant is called the initial instant where the switch is being operated. Operated means where it may be closed or it may be opened. The t equal to 0 is said to be the operating instant. Just before switching means just before t equals to 0. That means t equals to 0 minus, we can take that notation. So t equals to 0 minus is said to be just before switching instant. T equals to 0 plus is said to be just after switching instant. So these are the notations generally being used in the transients. So after switching means after t equals to 0, the t greater than 0 we can take it as duration after switching. Now initial conditions for resistor are V of t equals to R into I of t. It doesn't affect. Now initial conditions for the inductor are V equals to L into di by dt. From that, if you write current, I of t equals to 1 by L integral V dt plus I of 0, where I of 0 is said to be the initial current in the inductor. If you write the voltage across capacitor, which will be I of current through capacitor, I of t equals to C into dV by dt. From that, if you write V of t, voltage across capacitor, which will be 1 by C integral I dt plus V of 0, where V of 0 is said to be the initial voltage in the capacitor. So these are said to be the initial conditions. Now initial and final values of RLC. See the diagram. So element with initial conditions, the first row, that is R, equivalent circuit at t equals to 0 plus, just after switching the same element appears. Even at t equals to infinity, the same element appears. Now see the inductance, just after switching, inductor does not allow any sudden change in current, that's why it acts like open circuit. After a long time t equals to infinity, inductor acts like short circuit. So this table is related to DC supply. Now if you see the capacitor, initially as the capacitor does not allow any sudden change in voltage, it acts like short circuit. After long time at t equals to infinity, it acts like open circuit. Now see the fourth row, if already inductor is carrying some current through, if already there is some current flowing through inductor I naught, then as the inductor does not allow any sudden change in current, so the behavior of this element will be, that circuit will be at t equals to infinity, it looks like this. There is a short circuit of inductor along with the current source having a value which is equivalent to the current carried by the inductor during the initial instant. And if you see the last row, the capacitor, if it is charged to a voltage of V0, after t equals to infinity, the equivalent circuit looks like, as the capacitor acts like open circuit, so it is open circuit in series with the voltage source having a value which is equivalent to initial voltage across the capacitor. So these are the equivalent circuits just during the instant of switching and after a long time of switching, means at t equals to infinity. Now, these are some basic definitions what we need to know. Response means current flowing through or voltage across any branch or element is said to be the response. Now, steady state response means the behavior of the voltage or current doesn't change with time is said to be the steady state response. It doesn't. It should not change with respect to time. It should be a constant. Now, transient response means it is a change in voltage or current that is happening from one steady state value to the no steady state value. This in between this behavior is said to be a transient response or transient behavior. Now, what do you mean by natural response? Means the natural response generally occurs only due to the energy storage elements, the elements inside the circuit. Now, this depends on the type of the circuit, means types of the elements in the circuit. Now, forced response means this is a response generally determined by the application of external energy source is called forced response. So, external energy source of forcing function may be a direct voltage or direct DC voltage or DC current or sinusoidal source or exponential. So, mainly forced response means it is a response happening only because of the external energy source, that is simply because of supply. Now, natural response is occurring only because of the types of elements which are presented in the circuit. Now, let us take an example. In the given network, the switch is closed at t equals to 0 with 0 current in the inductor. Initial current in the inductor is 0. Find I and di by dt, rate of change of current, d square I by dt square at t equals to 0 plus means just after switching. So, here it is the circuit, R of 10 ohms, L 1 Henry, I of the current in the circuit, 100 volts DC supply. At t equals to 0 minus, there is no current flowing through the circuit which is given in the problem. So, I of 0 minus equals to 0. At t equals to 0 plus, just after switching, inductor acts like open circuit. That is why I of 0 plus equals to 0. Inductor does not allow any sudden changes in current. So, that's why current in the previous instant will be the present instant value, that is 0. Now, after t greater than 0, just apply KVL for this circuit. So, which will be 100 minus 10I minus 1 into di by dt equals to 0. From this, it will be di by dt equals to 100 minus 10I. Now, you are asked to find the di by dt at 0 plus. So, di by dt at t equals to 0 plus will be, so 100 minus 10 into I means I of 0 plus. So, already we got I of 0 plus as 0. So, it will be 100. Which is of amperes per second, di by dt, so rate of change of current, amperes per second. Now, let us differentiate the above equation, so which will be d square by dt square equals to minus 10 into di by dt, derivative of that 100 will be 0. Now, again we need to find at t equals to 0 plus this d square by dt square. So, d square by dt square at t equals to 0 plus will be minus 10 into di by dt at 0 plus. Already we got di by dt at 0 plus as 100. So, 100 into 10 minus 1000 amperes per second square. So, this is how we can find this I, rate of change of current di by dt square at t equals to 0 plus instant. Now, let us say one more example. In the circuit shown in figure, switch is closed at t equals to 0 with 0 current through inductor. Current flowing through inductor is 0. Of course, you can take the 0 voltage across capacitor also. Now, find V, voltage across capacitor, dV by dt, rate of change of voltage, and d square V by dt square at t equals to 0 plus. So, at t equals to 0 minus, there is no current flowing through inductor and no voltage across capacitor given in the problem. So, current flowing through inductor is IL of 0 minus equals to 0 just before switching, and just after switching also it will be 0. Inductor does not allow any sudden change in current. The same current should maintain, that is 0. So, just before switching instants for inductor and capacitor are IL of 0 minus is 0 and V of 0 minus will also be 0. There is no voltage across capacitor. At t equals to 0 plus, inductor does not allow any sudden change in current. So, IL of 0 plus will also be 0 and V of 0 plus will also be 0. And if you for t greater than 0 after some time of closing switch, now if you write the KCL for the equation, it becomes V by 2 plus 1 by 1 integral 1 to 1 V dt plus 0.5 into 10 power minus 6 dV by dt equals to 10. Now, at t equals to 0 plus means putting t equals to 0 plus, it becomes V of 0 plus by 2 plus 0, that integral will be 0 plus 0.5 into 10 power minus 6 into dV by dt plus 0 plus at 0 plus equals to 10. So, which will be from this, if you find this dV by dt at t 0 plus, which will be the 10 by 0.5 into 10 v of 0 plus is 0, 10 by 0.5 into 10 power minus 6, so which gives 2 into 10 power 7. So which gives 2 into 10 power 7, which is volts per second. Now if you differentiate the above equation, which becomes, so differentiating that equation 1, which becomes 1 by 2 into dv by dt plus v plus 0.5 into 10 power minus 6 into d square v by dt square equal to 0. Now t equals to 0 plus, we need to find the d square v by dt square. So t equals to 0 plus, if you take this instant for the above equation, which will be dv by dt at 0 plus 1 by 2 into dv by dt at 0 plus v of 0 plus 0.5 into 10 power minus 6 into d square v by dt square at 0 plus. Now d square v by dt square 0 plus will be minus 20 into 10 power 12 volts per second square. So putting that dv by dt at 0 plus, previously what we got here, and putting that v of 0 plus as 0, we will get this d square v by dt square at 0 plus as minus 20 into 10 power 12 volts per second square. Thank you.